What's up, YouTube? Got three different gaming mice to take a look at today. I've got the Steelseries Rival on the left, the Razer Mamba in the middle, and the Razer Deathadder 3.5G edition on the right. Just going to give you a quick little review on each of them and kind of a comparison between the Razer and Steelseries models. So I'm going to start with the Razer Mamba. Now, the Mamba, if you don't know, is a wireless mouse. In my experience, battery lasts about 10 hours, which is pretty solid, I think. So you should be able to use it however you like all day, almost all day. And the wireless connectivity itself is pretty damn good. I only had a few little minor blips with it, and I have a router and all kinds of wireless stuff going on by my computer, and I've had no real issues to speak of. So that's all well and good. Where the Mamba falls flat on its face is the software. Razer Synapse 2.0 is absolutely horrible. It's a joke that Razer dumps all this money into marketing, and somewhere in their software department they can't code a driver correctly. I mean, it's really a shame, because this would be a really awesome wireless mouse if it were not for that. Now, where the software gives you issues is the settings will reset every single time you turn the mouse on and off. And what I mean by that is, if you play on 800 DPI and 1000 hertz polling rate, you could turn it on the next day and it'll be 6400 DPI. So now you got to open the software and change it, but in my experience, the software takes a good 2 minutes to open for whatever unknown reason. I mean, it's just really bad. It's a joke. So for that reason alone, I'm not going to recommend this mouse, but I'll give you a quick little overview of it. After I take a dump all over it. It's got the Mouse 4, Mouse 5 here on the left. I don't know if they make a left-handed version of this or not. I don't think so, but it's got a little rubberized grip right here for your thumb. That's the battery indicator. So you can see I'm at 2 out of 3. That's about 60%. Got the Razer logo here. It does not light up. The scroll wheel lights up. You have two buttons here. These are supposed to be your on-the-fly sensitivity buttons. I never use that. I always have it on 400 DPI no matter what. So I just disable these, or you can set them to launch an application and all that crap, if you can get the software working. Right side, nothing really to see, just a little rubber texture here. On the bottom, batteries here. This is where it connects to the charging station. Here's the on-off switch. This is the wireless connectivity button, and this ejects the wire, because you can go wired with this. There's actually a USB port underneath the scroll wheel. Alright, so that's the quick little overview of the mouse, and here is the charging station that goes along with it. Alright, it's got LEDs all around. It's pretty nifty looking. You can see it matches the scroll wheel, which is nice. So, as always with Razer, it's a great looking mouse. It feels good in your hand, but the software is garbage. Alright, so that's the Mamba. I'll give you a little bit of the left click here so you can see. It's kind of spongy, not really resistant at all. I mean, it works, but I like something with a more tactile feel, and that's going to be the Steelseries, which I'll get to in a second. But that's your look at the Mamba. Steer clear if you want to avoid software bullcrap. This is the Deathadder 3.5G. It is an older Deathadder model. I think now they're on the 2013 is what they call it. The only real difference between the 2013 and this one, as far as I know, is this glossy texture here is more rubberized now for a better grip. Whatever. Maybe a little facelift as well, but you can see the LED on the back pulses, and the scroll wheel's constant. That's just how this Deathadder is. It's only blue. As far as I know, you can't customize these on this particular one. I don't know if you can on the newer one or not. You might be able to. But This is a mouse that I used for a very long time. I probably had 2 or 3 of them over the course of, 6-7 years, and it's just solid, solid, solid all around. Cannot complain about the Deathadder. It's almost identical to the Mamba in terms of size. I'd actually would say they're basically identical. I think the Mamba is literally just a wireless Deathadder. They both have this big hump in the back, okay, which some people like, some people don't. It always fit my hand well. So if you're looking for a solid mouse, definitely recommend it. Got a braided cord. And I don't think it has the software issues because it's plugged in all the time. There's no turning on and off at Deathadder. It's always got power. It's always going to be running. So you shouldn't run into any of the issues like the bull crap I was dealing with the Mamba, because you're not going to turn the mouse off. It's plugged in. For that reason alone, definitely the Deathadder wins over the Mamba. If this was a ranking system, the Mamba would be third, Deathadder would be second. All right, so there's the 2 Razer offerings. And now we go to my new personal favorite, the Steelseries Rival. I just got this mouse 2-3 weeks ago. Solid as all hell. First one I had, the sensor was shitty, so we'll ignore that. But really solid mouse all around. Excuse me. Mouse 4, mouse 5 here on the left. This one's not ambidextrous, by the way. Steelseries makes the Sensei. That one's ambidextrous, and whatever other mouse they make, I think, is ambidextrous too. This one's specifically for right-handers. So you can see this has the rubberized texture that more companies are going with now on both sides. Okay, it's got a good feel, sweaty hands, supposed to help your grip. This has no buttons on the top except for this right here, which is actually out of the way, believe it or not. You're not going to hit this accidentally. That's the DPI switcher, which again, I leave disabled. I have no need for that. I play on the same DPI at all times. Scroll wheel and the base of the mouse light up, and each one of these on the Steelseries can be set to a different color. They can pulse, flash, go through a rainbow of colors, whatever you want. So that's highly customizable. Bottom is nothing crazy. Feet, little logo there, sensor, etc. And there's a little back plate here. It says Rival. Apparently you could pull this out and use a 3D printer and print up whatever you want. If you had, you want to put your nickname or, your girlfriend's name or whatever, you can put it there on the back of the mouse. Although if you're watching a mouse review, you probably don't have a girlfriend. So, anyway, the reason I really like this mouse is the tactile feel of the clicking. So I'll try to show you that. Maybe you can hear it. Hear how clicky that is? It's almost like a mechanical keyboard, which is very, very nice, especially for FPS type games that I play. It really, really gives you good control over your shot. You can really feel when you're clicking the mouse. It gives you that responsiveness that I find helpful. Whereas the Deathadder and the Mamba, there's almost no, resistance. It doesn't give you a tactile feel. So this is a very clicky mouse click, and I like it a lot. And if you haven't felt something like that, I would definitely recommend trying it. Maybe you like it, maybe you hate it, but definitely feels great to me. Controlling your burst shots, that sort of thing, really allows you to do that well. And where the Steelseries and the Razer really differ is the Rival is substantially longer. Try to show you. This is against the Deathadder. Now you can see there. See how much longer the Rival is? Okay, that's one major difference. The other major difference is the Rival doesn't have this big hump in it. So see how large this hump is? It almost comes over the Rival. It's taller. So it's not as long and it's taller. So it gives you more of like a hump feel. It's good for people with smaller hands, I'd say. lets you get a good grip on the Deathadder or the Mamba. So just because of that length, I can't recommend the Rival for people with smaller hands. But if you have medium to larger hands, absolutely recommend this mouse 100%. I love it. I'm going to keep using it. Fully recommend it to anyone that wants to try something new. You know, Amazon, Best Buy, all these places have return policies. So buy it, try it out for a week. If you don't like it, take it back. You got nothing to lose. Okay, overall, fantastic mouse. And the software actually saves your settings, if you could believe that. So that's a big plus. So again, 3 very popular mice. Rival, Mamba, Deathadder. Alright, forget about the Mamba. I know you want a wireless mouse. I did too. It just, the software sucks. So forget about it. Deathadder, Rival. I mean, maybe you have an affliction towards, you know, Razer because you like their products. I do too. But I went out. I wanted something new. I started using the Rival, and I love it. So, fully recommend the Rival. Deathadder still solid as ever. You can't really go wrong, but my vote goes to the Rival. If you guys have any comments, questions, suggestions for me, let me know. Just drop me a line, and I'll get back to you. Try to stay active as possible, and hopefully I have some more reviews coming in the future. All right, so if you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed. All right, thanks.